Brent Wilsey's here. That's thankfully we get the show started.
This is going
Brent,
so fast today.
Sorry. Boy, first of all, Apple sure reacted poorly this week to some. Yeah, this is why you don't hang on to individual stocks, isn't it?
And it's so funny. You know what happened? Was some guy came out, some analyst, these great analysts, and says, "Oh, guess what happens after September 9th? The stock's going to go down. So you better sell now before that happens." So the stock went from like 103 down to 98. They're going to have some great things coming out. So trying to beat the thing.
Good news is here's a buy-in opportunity possibly if you're. But I mean, it's Apple's not going anywhere.
No,
it's like Starbucks isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my God, sell the stock, Apple's. I mean, does anybody truly think that Apple's really in trouble?
No.
They got more money. They got more cash than the U.S. government. They are the 32nd largest economy in the world.
Public company.
Yeah, nailed it.
And you remember like a year ago when they're down like 400, and there's people calling me saying, "You're an idiot. Apple's going bankrupt."
They still do that.
They still do that.
You said
wait, call me an idiot or
somebody? I think it was you that said this. If the stock market was a bargain, let's say if the Dow Jones is at 17,000, if the stock market was a bargain at 12,000, it's got to be a bargain now, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because 5 years from now it's going to be at 23,000 or whatever, right?
Yes. I mean, things are going in the right direction. And when you look at and again, I told you today, the economy, things are so strong.
Yeah, we've got a lot of data coming out. So are we
data.
strong? Is this? I mean, are we happy? Is the recession over? Because I keep hearing from small business, specifically small business, not big business, but small business. They're still having trouble. They got over-regulation. The people aren't spending like they used to. But you look at all the metrics, ADP, international trade, factory orders, all looking good.
Yeah, and let me talk about small business because I gotta bash small business sometimes because sometimes small business does some stupid things. My dentist, Mod Squad Dental. I'm just bringing this out because of fact this is why small business shouldn't complain because I have like about $2,000 of dental work he wants to do. I didn't show up for an appointment. He wants to charge me $50 for not showing up, and he goes, "If you don't pay that, you can't come back." I said, "Well, I'm not coming back." Small businesses do not think like the Walmarts, the Costco, and the Nordstroms. They've got to think more about the customer. And many times, small business, it's their own fault that they're not having business. So I point that out. So because when you look at what's going on with the economy overall, there's some great things going on. I mean, we got the manufacturing numbers came in at 10.5% rise. Now, part of that was because of Boeing and the air show, but just think all those orders.
Yeah.
All the factory orders going to come through for those parts, for the employment.
All those new seats they're putting in to eliminate legroom.
Exactly.
Yes. Big orders coming in
More
there.
seats, more manufacturing.
Hey, Brent, before we get too much further on this, I want to ask you, are you concerned, because you're a finance professional, investment professional, are you worried about all this hacking that's going on? Are you ever worried about your client accounts or your own accounts? Are we worried about a financial hack that's coming soon?
That threat is always out there, and it's something you have to be aware of. You can't not do anything because of it. We own some Mantech in our portfolio because that's what they do, and they are spending billions of dollars to prevent this. But that is something that, who's that? J.P. Morgan Chase. They're doing that for some Russian, so everyone's aware of that should be. And things will happen, like Home Depot just got hit and so forth.
Right.
That's going to happen. So make sure you're very careful, but it's going to happen.
So in other words, investment managers like you usually team up with the Schwabs of the world or the Ameritrades of the world that hold the accounts, right?
Yes.
I mean, are they safe?
They are very safe. And there's things that we do that sometimes clients complain about. They say, "Hey, it's my money. Can't you just send it to me? I want it over here." I said, "No, we can't. It's for your protection." We get complaints from people because the passwords are so strong. They go, "I keep forgetting my password."
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to make it easy. I said, "No, you don't want to make it easy."
That's why I suggest you have them tattooed to your arm.
Yeah, that's right.
You never forget.
That's safe.
Hold on, I'm at my bank.
Just a barcode. But how about just a barcode, right?
But I did hear too from I think it was some Mantech or somebody, or maybe it's even Apple, that we're going to come in with fingerprint and we're going to come in with eye scanning to eliminate a lot of this password stuff. So we are moving in the right direction, but there will be these hacks that come up, and there's not much
and criminals that'll take your thumb to the ATM.
No, it's true.
Yeah, they'll
usually
whack
from the
your thumb.
Ukraine.
Pop your eyeball out and bring it in. This is me. Look at this.
Yeah, right.
And you're in.
Just when I think there's a solution, you come up
No,
with.
I'm over here on the other side, man. We're going to
There
get
goes my
in.
thumb.
No, it's happening all over. And when they get into a mom and pop shop, through the internet or whatever, they can then talk to the people that they talk to hack into the bigger places. So it's not just the big places that get hacked.
Well, right. So
everywhere.
So let's also talk about that a little bit. With respect to the cybersecurity attacks and the Home Depots and the Targets of the world, And so is investor confidence where it needs to be right now? Are we happy with are your clients still happily investing, or is everybody on the sidelines? What's the overall sentiment right now?
I just talked to a potential client yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to do anything. The market's too high. It's going to pull back." And they're not looking at, again, the economy, what's going on with the manufacturing reports and unemployment. And actually, China hit a new exporting high for us, which sounds like a bad thing. But no, think about it. What happens from China is we're buying products right now this September for the holiday season. I think we're going to have the best holiday season ever this year. And
you're the first. You busted it in. Here it is. You talked about the holiday.
Right here in the Big Biz Show.
How many shopping days left?
Yeah, by the way, Brent's office is open all the way till midnight tonight.
Yeah, right.
Just for the holiday season. So overall, you're saying investor sentiment. There's some worry warts, but I think overall people got to be pretty happy with what's going on. I mean, the S&P is up 300% in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and a new high above 2,000. I think I saw 2005 today, so it's moving fine. And companies are not inexpensive, but they're not expensive based on earnings. They're still doing well. You got to be careful what you buy. Don't go out and buy, there are some expensive companies. Go out there and buy a company. There's still companies I'm finding trading at 12 times forward earnings, which is a good buy.
Yeah. 12 times forward earnings is a well, if you can find that, there's that's not just a diamond. That's a freaking
12
piece of platinum
times
at that point.
Explain that to me over here. I'm mouth breathing.
Go
12 times forward earnings.
Right. What that means, if you have a company earning $1 per share, it's going to trade around $12 a share. You're paying 12 times that $1 per share forward earnings. So you're looking out what you're going to pay for that stock.
Is that a good?
Oh, very, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because right now the S&P is around 17.
Okay.
So if you're paying 12 times earnings, that's a good one. Now, forward earnings means it's not on the past 12 months. It means what the average estimate is going forward now. It's about 2015 December.
So they're guessing.
No, they're analyzing.
Oh, I see.
Right. And what we
It is
do,
analyzed too. It's not analyzed.
That's like wait,
they're
when you say they're guessing, he says analyzing. That's means stalking is just admiring from a difference. From a distance. You don't know.
We're mincing words here.
Why do we? This is the why do we care segment because Brent's always so good at telling us.
Yeah,
why
we should have a graphic.
Why do we care? We need a why do we care?
Why do we care?
With Brent Wilsey. Why do we care about ISM non-manufacturing? Why do we care about factory orders at all?
So important because, again, why do we care? Because that's what's happening in the factories right now. That their orders are up, their shipments are up, inventory levels are just about flat. We're not having too much inventory. So we care about this because this predicts out what's going to happen down 2-3 months. If your factories are strong and inventories aren't rising, that means business is going to get more inventory to sell. So very important to look at this stuff. And that's why people that don't know say, oh, I'm afraid of the market. I'm saying I love the market. We're a little bit cautious.
Yeah.
But we're like 80% invested. So I think there's some good things out there. So we care because you've got to look ahead 3 months by looking at what's being manufactured now.
Nice.
Last
of all, Brent, in 30 seconds or less, are we optimistic for the, here we're going into the fourth quarter here very shortly, believe it or not. Are we happy? Are we sad? Are we looking optimistic?
I am so happy.
Okay.
I predicted back in February the second half of 2014 was going to be strong. I think it's going to be stronger this last quarter than I believed it was going to be. I think we're going to have a very good last quarter. I think we'll see new records set on the Dow, more records on the S&P 500, good economic numbers, a great Christmas. I'll get you a Christmas present next week. I'll bring it.
That's right.
But yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh, no, Brent's going to donate huge to the Challenge Athletes Foundation. He's had such a
here
great
we
year
go.
What is that about? What are you talking about?
Oh, that's another show.
Hey, next time you're in, I'm going to talk about why millennials aren't investing. Because speaking of people on the sidelines that are scared, these people are in trouble.
This has been Why We Care.
Yeah, we're getting him a graphic. Why do we care with Brent Wilsey? Wilsey Asset Management is his website. It's the Big Biz Show.